Shit, I left everything I could out on the floor, locked in on what we needed to do. My teammates allowing me to lead them. We were not, out, they didn't out physical us. I feel like we were just out talent.
Fanboys, welcome back. Actually, I doubt if you're here. I doubt if you could have survived part 1. Here's part 2, and somehow he's even worse than the first period.
For the deep dive with AI mode in Google search.
Let go of the rope too. We talk about the Lakers. This is what JJ talked about. He talked about in our meeting, he would not play you.
Okay, and the announcers don't talk about LeBron pushing in the back, but let's first address the fanboys who might miraculously be watching this since it's the first few seconds of the video. Let's understand what's going through your minds. There is no version of a shove in the back that is a legal shove in the back. Soft, hard, you cannot shove, two-hand push a dude like that. Now, I can understand the confusion because he gets away with it constantly. Why they finally whistled it, I don't know. But LeBron thinks it's unreasonable. Why can't I keep shoving people in the back? And he keeps going. This is him a few seconds later. He's still whining about it, not because he didn't get a call when someone is fouling him, because he is mad that he doesn't get to keep getting away with fouling someone.
Whining, crying, flopping, dropping, whining, crying, flopping, dropping.
Yeah, here he is again with that difficult assignment. And let's understand that even when LeBron does move, like in this case he actually moved, he moves less than the rest of his teammates. That's always his defensive assignment. It requires less than everyone else. And what's happening on the other side of the court? Oh, his ex-teammate, a bum, of course, because LeBron always carried bums, draining another 3.
They're doing great. The Lakers are playing great defense in this.
Dwayne Wade just said the Lakers are playing great defense. Now, the entire Lakers team has been thrown under the bus ever since elimination, and LeBron James is playing abysmal defense, so exactly who are you talking about? And LeBron continuing to be an integral part of that offense, and he's gone.
I left everything I could out on the floor.
Back, another 3, Caruso, good! He has not missed from distance.
This might be a good time for me to encourage you to go watch my James versus Caruso video that I did. Well, this is a familiar sight. LeBron doing little to nothing while saying he led the team. And again. Look at LeBron's face. Caption contest. Continuing on. Gee, this is familiar. Boy, are you an important part of that offense.
I left everything I could out on the floor.
That's why the Thunder players want to follow. That's why the Thunder players want to follow. That's why the Thunder players want to follow.
Let's leave it here for a minute because we've got to trash Reeves. He makes that same sound. I've talked about it in the past videos. He always makes this thing. Ooh, oh. Now, tell me what Chet is doing that is causing Reeves to shoot like this. Pineapple Siberius and I have been watching some of the old school games, and we were just marveling at how guys don't fall. They get hit. They could fall. They got hit hard enough to fall. They're on difficult layups, and they stay on their feet. Now, guys plan on falling. They intend to fall. It's just such a different game. Anybody seeing a pattern here? And yes, these are all different plays. I'm continuing to move sequentially through the game. This is just how LeBron James is on the court. I'm not sure if you noticed the detail that LeBron James left while the ball was still loose, while they were still fighting for rebounds. How often is he the first one that leaves? And how often does he leave before the play's even over? Now, if you want to make excuses for LeBron James, that's one thing. But to make excuses for him and say that he led this team while he's doing crap like this, come on.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
Okay, you ready to see astonishingly bad defense yet again? That's LeBron's guy. He's still wide open. The Thunder really screwed up. They should have thrown the lob. But I'm also going to rip on the rest of the Lakers because I don't know what they're doing defensively here. Let's back it up. And, okay, look at Mitchell taking the shot. What are all 5 Lakers doing? Let's back up to the beginning of that sequence just to squash all the excuses coming from you victimhood, no accountability LeBron James fans. He's the first one that leaves. No one should get past him. He's got the head start. And Caruso is the one who's close to him. He just lets Caruso go right by him. That should have been an alley-oop dunk to Caruso. And it would have been more stats in my favor of showing all the points that the Thunder are scoring because of LeBron's defense. As it stands, I'm going to have to give all 5 Lakers credit for effing up there. In fact, we might throw a little blame this direction. I know I should move on from this play, but we've got to talk about LeBron's laziness and low basketball IQ. You see his head turn? He sees Caruso out of the corner of his eye. You know what his reaction is? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He just nonchalantly fades into his designated spot of nowhere land. And of course, that's going to lead to points for the other team. Is that high IQ basketball? Is not responding to the situation, is not responding to stimuli to your surroundings an indicator of high IQ basketball? How else would this end? Like, oh, I've got to defend the perimeter. How about the guy who's about to go uncontested to the rim? How about the guy who's waving in the air for the alley-oop? Because he's like, oh, I've got low IQ old man James on me. Throw me the lob.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
And he's right. I mean, Jesus, dude, what? I'm actually morbidly curious what fanboy excuses there are going to be for this.
James gets it off to Kennard.
Wow, LeBron finally gets a tiny bit involved in the offense of the team that he's quote-unquote leading.
My teammates allowing me to lead them.
Just to set a moving screen. And I know compared to most of his screens, that's nothing, but he is shuffling to the left and hip checking and shoulder checking. It's not legal, people.
3 times already. Shot clock at 6. Looking inside. Ayton couldn't catch.
Ayton couldn't catch. Of course, Kevin Harlan blames that on Ayton. I got a question for you. LeBron James being so high IQ in basketball, why wouldn't you throw that high for your 7-footer to just slam it home above? Why would you throw a pass low? Why would you even be expecting a pass to come low if you're a 7-footer? In addition to all that, that's a pretty tough pass. But look at LeBron. Look at Karen James.
I want to speak to your manager.
I mean, that's what every teammate wants to see, right?
My teammates allowing me to lead them.
You want to see the quote-unquote leader acting like that and showing that they're disgusted in you and making sure that the whole world sees that you effed up. Sorry, LeBron, but this one's on you. Even Dwayne Wade, unbelievably, I'm astonished. Even Dwayne Wade defended DeAndre Ayton on this.
That's a tough pass, though. I mean, LeBron put a lot on that.
I already brought up in part 1 of this how LeBron's priority is to make sure people don't think it's his fault rather than just doing what is needed to win. And we have another example. Let's look exhausted. Let's do the broken neck. I want to speak to the manager. Look.
Caruso swings it around McCann.
Guys, look at LeBron. Like, he ran out on the shooter in this case. Wow. You know, he moved on defense. That's kind of amazing. And he thinks he's done. He will not return to this play, even though they fight for the loose ball for quite a while longer. He never re-engages. He never puts forth any more effort.
I left everything I could out on the floor. They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent, by OKC. They just possess so much more talent.
Yeah. This is what LeBron recalibrating with his family looks like, by the way. Oh, boy. Well, I'm about to go off the rails here, but this seems like a good time to insert this disgusting bit. And speaking of disgusting, Steve Nash, other than the fact that you have to live with yourself being a piece of trash, this has got to be the easiest job. You just sit there and nod and say, yeah. Like, whatever LeBron needs to hear, Steve Nash is there to say, yeah. And besides LeBron James continuing to seem to lose his ability to speak the English language, like more and more, I want to talk about First Take responding to this.
But he's right. They were clearly out-talented. But to say they weren't outworked, even LeBron James was probably going to sit back right in this moment and be like, damn, he got a point. When I say this, DeAndre Ayton's on your squad, bro. I mean, really, we going to sit.
Do you hear the relief coming from Kendrick Perkins laughing? And look at Jay Will reach for his elbow when they ask Stephen A to respond to this. They're like, be calm, bro. Be calm. He might criticize your buddy, your homie, your boyfriend. And Jay Will is the other boyfriend. And Stephen A Smith is another boyfriend. It's quite the relationship that those four have going on. If any of you have watched any of my breakdowns so far, is there anyone on the Lakers who put in less effort than LeBron James? And yet, here, instead of criticizing LeBron James, let's throw someone else under the bus, DeAndre Ayton. And no matter how good or how bad DeAndre Ayton was, or you want to argue, he's not worse than what I'm showing you LeBron James do, which is literally nothing. Let's also understand that this is the same media that has supported players saying that, oh, the fans don't support us enough and the fans are too critical of us and they just hate on us, so why should we perform? Dude, when it comes to saving LeBron's ass, no one hates on other players more than these guys. They will completely shit on anyone without facing any consequences.
Twister. It will be the Lakers' ball.
Ayton helping Reeves up is by itself more effort than LeBron James put in. LeBron James is on the other side of the court. He has nothing to do with the fact that the Lakers ended up getting this ball. Lakers have possession of this ball because of the effort of the guys you see on the screen. LeBron left before the play was over, and you're shitting on these guys instead of him?
Daganov has done very well over there, is empowering different guys throughout the season, but throughout.
Boy, no one's more upset about this turnover than LeBron James. No one's working harder to get that loose ball than LeBron James. Oh, wait, no. LeBron effed up, and he doesn't try. What'd you say, Stephen A. Smith?
I left everything I could out on the floor.
This is the very next sequence in the game, and it ends in a shot clock violation because of the Lakers' defense. Now, I can't show you the whole thing or I'll get copyright, but here it is again. And you tell me who is the player not doing anything. Oh, the guy who's fucking gone, maybe?
I left everything I could out on the floor, locked in on what we needed to do.
It's astonishing to me how players continue to allow LeBron and the media to crap on them when LeBron is exactly what they're describing. And there's where LeBron is. He's been down there for a while, just waiting for the rest of the team that was hustling to finally get down there, while he continues to do nothing. I'm breaking up that play with other footage really quick, just so I don't get a copyright, but we're going to come back to it starting exactly where I left off. And LeBron has still not moved. He's still in the corner, just watching, waiting. Hey, he asks for the ball. That was LeBron's effort.
So 2 tough passes by LeBron and AR on the last 2.
McCain, 3.
What's the pattern, people? By now you can tell me. First of all, it's LeBron on blown defense, finally waking up and getting out there too late. And then after he makes this one-time effort, he's done. He thinks he's done. And the Thunder get the rebound and the Thunder score while LeBron isn't there.
We were not outworked. We were not, they didn't out-physical us. They didn't outsmart us.
Hardenstein up there trying to grab it. Back to McCain. Another triple. Book it.
We were not outworked.
Stop saying we. You're not a part of that team. Like, even though you're on the roster, you keep yourself separate. You're not working. You're the first one to leave. You're the last one to get back. And you're always there to throw your entire team under the bus. There is no we. And you know when he says we were just out-talented.
If we're being completely honest, we were out-talented.
He's not talking about himself. You know he's not including himself in that. He should be, but you know egomaniac doesn't mean himself. Here's a replay. I see other Lakers fighting for the loose ball. And you know what? If that one Laker who never gets criticized had been there to stop that ball from going straight to an open man instead of being at the other end lazily waiting, this three might have been prevented.
It's Marcus Smart lasering it in. LeBron double. Rebound Hartenstein off to Wallace.
This is unbelievable.
We've been completely honest. We were out talented.
You know what? I guess you're right. And you know, Marcus Smart's up here doing a great job as a point guard. He delivers a great pass. And the only thing missing is him throwing his shoulders in disgust the way LeBron does every time his teammates don't do what he thinks they should have done.
They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent.
We were out talent. I'm sorry, I got to spend more time on this soundbite because boy, he gave me a lot to work with.
They didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us.
There we go. A guy talking about smartness right after saying out physical. What is out physical us? I mean, I am preparing an entire summer of reacting to LeBron's interviews because I really think this guy's brain is shutting down from all the peds. Speaking of, I don't think peds are the only thing he's spending money on, because this is the dude at 25.
Something is wrong here.
He doesn't end there. He drops one more.
We were just out talent.
Out talent. Cool, man. Good soundbite. Pretty terrible defensive breakdown by the Thunder, too. Shame. Your leader couldn't take advantage. It's all your fault, Ayton. Whoa, slow down there, LeBron. Working too hard as a leader out there.
We were not outworked.
He does nothing for so long that I have to break the sequence up to avoid copyright again. Okay, here's the rest of it.
6.5. Snaking his way in.
It's all your fault, Rui. Hey, Rui, take a cue from your quote-unquote leader. Go hide in the corner and do nothing. You won't get blamed.
James 2 of 7 over Dort. Tough shot.
Tough shot? Try ugly shot and dumb shot. Okay, what did I say earlier? He's got 5 inches on Dort. Why are you playing with your ass to him? Just show a bag of skills and shoot over him. Everybody talks about how he can still jump. Oh, what he's doing at this age. Look at him still dunking. Okay, then rise up and shoot over a guy that you already have a 5-inch advantage on without doing this ridiculous crap. Mr. Talent made 1 bucket in the second period. 1. And had 2 turnovers.
Flies off that baseline, gets it to go.
Oh, Mr. Body Language. After he stood around and did nothing yet again. I mean, make yourself helpful, man. Step in, do something, intimidate the paint, intimidate the drive. Something more than nothing.
James and Dort.
Once again, can't score on a guy 5 inches shorter than him, but gets bailed out. We don't get to see a replay, so I can't show you another angle. But in case you didn't know,
23rd season.
At a sample size of LeBron James.
no whistle on this. Boy, they're calling it different than they're calling it during the Spurs series. In case you can't read between the lines, I'm saying LeBron can't win even with the refs cheating for him.
But his body of work in this season in year 23 is as impressive as any season that he's played in the last 4 or 5 years. And so it's.
They have been going on for the last 2 minutes. I kid you not. I don't want you to listen to it and I'll get copyrighted anyway. About LeBron and LeBron's decisions. And it's so unfortunate about, they had to go through the trade last year and there's injuries this year. Struggling through a trade, huh? That's the whine. Hey, Luka was good in the playoffs last year. LeBron's the one who sucked. And once again, saying that this year is as great as any of his recent years. Well, all of his recent years have been bad, in my opinion. He's getting his selfish numbers, and you guys are acting like those numbers are a big deal. He's losing. He's losing. His style of play equals losing. His pursuit of his own numbers equals losing. And by the way, these numbers aren't what they're making them out to be. He's like middle of the pack, lower than middle of the pack in a lot of categories. Except for turnovers. He's always at the top of the pack in that.
And you wanted to see Luka, AR, LeBron, and that offensive.
We did see it. Don't pretend like we didn't see it. We saw it. We know the numbers. We know that Luka and AR together was great. We know that LeBron, AR, and Luka together was not. We know that LeBron and AR without Luka was not. We know that LeBron and Luka without AR was not. We just know that Luka and AR together was good. I don't know what kind of a timeout this was, but they continue to whine for him for another several minutes, and I'm just going to play this in high speed so we can get through it.
Creeping into the end of the first quarter.
Okay, so after all that singing for LeBron James, here are the Lakers scoring without him doing anything at all. I mean, look at him. And what percent of the game would you say this is what he's been doing? I feel like I've shown play after play after play. We might be at 85% of the game. This is what he does, which is nothing.
I left everything I could out on the floor, locked in on what we needed to do. My teammates allowing me to lead them.
I need a follow-up from Uncommon Sense to the whining and flopping. How about standing and walking? Gotta love the Karen putting his hands on his hips pose that he does all the time too. All right, LeBron is out. The Thunder have a 10-point lead. Let's see what happens.
Just communication out there, moving their feet. You're making every possession tough on the Lakers.
Gilgeous-Alexander and DeMar DeRozan had numbers from mid-range shooting. There's Reeves on a mid.
The point 16 to 14, or 16 to 12, excuse me.
It's Holmgren. It's a free and a rebound. An elimination game for the Lakers. Reeves, the crossover, the drive.
Even when you play great.
Push to allow them not to be able to get back to
See Santa Barbara.
unbelievable.
The fake. Joe, three, the deflection. Numbers, here comes Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is what OKC, this is why they're dangerous, because what they do on the defensive end of the floors, the Lakers are getting in trouble a little bit.
The accelerating Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Smart with it.
All right, they've got it down to a 6-point lead, but JJ puts LeBron back in, and Smart just got fouled there, so the Lakers are going to get the ball on their side, but here's LeBron.
Against Dort.
Well, LeBron coming back in saves it from looking like they cut it down to a 4-point lead with him out. But like I said, the Lakers had the ball out, and this is what LeBron contributed to that play. That was all Austin Reeves. And how come Austin Reeves can take Dort face-to-face off the ball and the GOAT can't? Oh, there's Mr. Helpful, team leader, the guy who left it all on the court.
In the lane under amongst the trees.
Neither team shooting well. Clearly. Reeves off balance, Mitchell the foul.
I left everything I could out on the floor.
Back to the right, and that little.
Alexander drives into Holmgren. Found him with.
Standing and whining and whining and standing.
It's a plan down there in that dunker spot as well. And because he shoots the three ball so good, you kind of lose him sometime, and he does a great job.
There you go, fanboys. His one make of the period. And he needed the refs to ignore Jackson Hayes setting a screen so illegal it looks like he's trying to do the splits. And all of that so that he can score against a shorter defender.
Whining, crying, flopping, dropping, whining, crying, flopping, dropping, whining, crying, flopping.
Look at the space Mitchell makes between him and James immediately.
James met him. Clock at 2.
And then if Chet doesn't fall down, that's 2 points for the Thunder again because of LeBron. And look at LeBron. Right now he's finally waking up to what's happening.
Locked in on what we needed to do.
Works his down low. Holmgren slipped and fell. Out about did LeBron do something here? LeBron is.
He twists his ankle.
Boy, it looked like it, didn't it?
Did the refs just stop the game without a coach having to call a timeout and there not being a foul? Wow. Wow, we can always count on some drama from this bitch, can't we? Oh, brother. Dude, how long does this go on? He's getting a break. He just looks gassed to me. I don't know why they stopped the play. Come on. Whining and 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 whining, whining and walking and walking and whining and walking and whining. That's going to do it for the second period. Periods 3 and 4 still coming. What do you guys think? Is LeBron going to redeem himself in the second half? Is he going to be the leader? Is he going to leave it all out on the court? Fanboys, you already know the answer. You just don't care. Anyway, parts 3 and 4, check them out.